Hello, my name is Andrew and I am a full-stack developer for Emfluence. With people being home right now, your website is probably getting a lot more traffic than it used to. This is great, but you also need to make sure your website is usable for all the new visitors it's getting. So today I want to talk about accessibility. Some of you might think this is a scary word, but don't worry. There are some simple things you can do to make every user's experience enjoyable, and hopefully those visitors will want to stay and continue using your services. Now, this isn't going to be an exhaustive list as we don't have the time for that right now, but for more in-depth information, I recommend visiting the Worldwide Consortium's Web Accessibility Guidelines page at w3.org/WAI/fundamentals. This is an excellent resource and one I use regularly. So let's talk about those simple things. One of the most common issues with web accessibility is something called alt text. This is the text that is added to images to make them readable to those using accessibility hardware and software. This description doesn't have to be super detailed. It just needs to be enough that someone who can't see the image would know what it was. Too much text will slow things down, and too little text will make the image useless. An example, which is more descriptive? 1, a clown, or 2, a clown with an evil grin on its face holding a red balloon. As you can see, they both tell you something, but one says more than the other. Most content management systems will require you to add this information when you add the image. If not, talk to your developers and make sure things are being done. There are ways to do this automatically, but they aren't perfect and should be avoided. Another common issue is header tags. They are used by accessibility hardware and software to help the user navigate the page. H1 tags are the highest level and should be used only for top-level headings. H2 tags should be used for subheading to tag H1 tags. H3s should be used as subheadings to H2, etc., etc. Do not have any H2 or lower tag without the tag above it. Not having the tags in the correct order will make your site unusable to those who can't see the screen. And finally, check your color contrast. There are tools out there to help you verify that your colors have the correct contrast. This is important for users who have to use high contrast screens or those who have color blindness. If the colors are too close, a user won't be able to tell the difference. Also, don't use just color to indicate where a user should click. Use text as well. For example, don't tell the user to click the red button to continue, as not everyone will know what you are talking about. Instead, say, click the next button to continue. You can still use colors to indicate the states of things like errors, but also provide some other way for the user to recognize it. Doing these simple things will go a long way to making your website accessible. I also highly recommend that you visit the Worldwide Consortium's pages, as they are the best resource and the most widely used. It is also a good idea to look into accessibility scanning software. It won't make your website perfect, but it can point out areas where you need to improve things. And remember, accessibility isn't a one-time thing. It is something that needs to be checked regularly. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me talk about accessibility. Have a great day.